Polaris Razor off-road racing.
For the fourth time in 2015, UTV racers traveled to Nevada to compete in the Best in the Desert Racing Series. This time, they would take on the longest off-road race in America, the General Tire Vegas to Reno. Over 40 UTVs lined up to take on this year's race. While the format remains the same, one thing that makes this year's Vegas to Reno different is that UTV started with all the other four-wheel vehicles. In years past, UTV started early with bikes and ATVs. Starting with trucks and buggies not only solidifies the field as a top off-road racing class, but it also means the UTVs will have to contend with even bigger challenges in an already challenging 545-mile race. The 1918 Polaris Razor of Cognito Motorsports started 8th off the line. It didn't take long before the 1918 was racing through dust and passing vehicles like they were standing still. Nice guys don't always finish first, and Cognito has been known to use their front bumper, aptly referred to as the War Hammer. While Cognito Motorsports and the rest of the UTV field were fighting to get to the front, factory Polaris racer Craig Scanlon in the 1931 Jagged X Razor was battling for first place physical with Dustin Jones in the 1978 S3 Powersports machine. The two drivers and their teams would battle neck and neck through the entire first half of the race.
Yeah, we started the race. I was driving and Keith Retcham was my navigator. We went from 22nd place down to first place. Currently running in second. Keith's doing a great job. I'll probably get back in the car to finish off the race if Keith gets tired, but it's all going to come down to how close we are to the leader. We're not going to switch drivers if we're close to win.
While Craig Scanlon continued his battle up front, teammate Brandon Schuler in the 1919 Jagged X Razor was putting on a clinic, moving his Razor into the top 5 by race mile 300. only a couple hundred miles left, drivers kicked up the pace as they raced into the sunset. As racers drove into the dark and ran towards the finish, pit strategy and nighttime driving ability became increasingly important. After 13 hours, 3 minutes, and 56 seconds, Justin Lambert and his 1918 Cognito Motorsports Polaris RZR would cross the line and capture the win at the 2015 General Tire Vegas to Reno.
I had a feeling about this race. I had a feeling we were going to win it by 20 minutes. I doubt that happens on corrected time, but after what we went through earlier in the day, I cannot believe we're sitting here in first place right now. I'm ecstatic.
We just finished third for the Vegas to Reno race. I think it's about 1 in the morning. Feels awesome. The race was very rough. The course was tore up, and probably more rocks than I've ever seen on this race course, and probably 2 races put together. Battled with Cognito, battled with Murray's. It was fun, good, hard racing out there.
It was brutal. It was a brutal race. My first Best in Desert race.
On behalf of UTVUnderground.com, we want to congratulate everyone who competed at this year's Best in the Desert Vegas to Reno.